meter. Volt ampere reactive power. VAR means volt ampere reactive power measurement or volt ampere reactive power meter. So this is an see how it will be constructed and how it will be connected in the circuit. So see here, this is the suppose single phase line. Then here this is the supply side and here this is the load side. And this is our actual VAR meter which is used for reactive power measurement. So see, in this case how it will be constructed, it consists of this current coil. Okay, it consists of a current coil which will be connected in series with the line. Okay, as it is. And in this case here, this pressure coil will be see in this case here, in case of a wattmeter and here in case of our VAR meter, this pressure coil construction will be changes. Means it in this case here, this pressure coil consisting of a large inductive reactance which will be substituted for this series resistance. Okay, so that here means here this in pressure coil circuit will be made more inductive in the nature. Means here in this case, our pressure coil circuit must be made very more inductive in the nature. Okay, so that what will happen here? And see here, in this case, uh, no. See here in this case, if we will observe this phasor diagram. If we will observe this phasor diagram, then here this is the voltage vector V. This is the voltage vector V, and see here this is the IP. Current IP means what? The current flowing through this pressure coil. Current IP means the current flowing through this pressure coil. And hence in this VAR meter, we made this pressure coil circuit such that it will be becomes more inductive in the nature, so that this current flowing through this pressure coil IP will be lags behind this voltage by an angle of a 90 degrees. And the current I means what? The current which will be flowing through this load circuit. Cos 90 minus phi means it is nothing but equals to sin phi. So that here we can write down the same equation as Vi into sin phi, and which is nothing but what? Vi sin phi is nothing but what? It is our reactive power. Vi cos phi is our active power, and Vi sin phi is our reactive power. Okay. So here it should be noted that these VAR meters do not read correctly if harmonics are present. Now again in this case you remember that this meter is not gives no incorrect reading, or it will not be gives a accurate reading if the harmonics are present into the circuit. Okay, harmonics means it is not the frequency which is in the integral multiple of the our supply frequency. Means what? If our supply frequency is 50 hertz, then sometimes the we know that again the switching frequency is highest, and our nowadays our all the loads are includes the power semiconductor devices which will be having the highest switching frequency, so that our natural frequency will be obviously increases, and it will be integral multiple of supply frequency. Means it is two times our supply frequency, or three times its supply frequency. Means it is a if it will be if it's a the frequency of our voltage or the current will be becomes equals to 100 hertz, 150 hertz, 200 hertz, etc., like that, then it will be called as the harmonics. So if the harmonics are present into the circuit, then in that cases this our VAR meter will not be gives the correct reading, as well as if the frequency will be different from that will be used to when we are calibrating the instrument. Okay, means suppose during the calibration of our instrument our frequency will be 50 hertz, and during operations our frequency is suppose 60 hertz or 40 hertz, then in that case also our VAR meter is not giving a correct reading. Okay. So this is how the single phase VAR meter is constructed. Okay. Now next, consider the polyphase VAR meter. Okay, polyphase means it is a three phase. So polyphase VAR meters are required in case of three phase circuits. These are required in case of three phase circuit. So again, see, in the three phase circuits, the phase shifting necessary for the measurement of reactive power is usually obtained from the phase shifting transformer, because we know that in the three phase circuits these voltages are 120 degrees apart from each other. But in case of polyphase VAR meters measurements, in the three phase circuit VAR measurements, the phase shifting which will be necessary for measurement of reactive power is required is 90 degrees, and that will be obtained by using this phase shifting transformer. Okay, so now see here, in this case this is our phase shifting transformer. Okay, as well as in the, some of the cases, instead of using this separate phase shifting transformer, instead of that, in the some of the applications, we may use the uh, two auto transformers. Okay, we may use the two auto transformer, two single phase auto transformers. So see here, in this case these are the two single phase auto transformers. Okay, means see, this will be connected like this, and this will be connected like this. So these are the two single phase auto transformers, and that two auto single phase auto transformers are connected in an open delta configuration. Okay, open delta means here that if we are connected this in the delta connected, means these are the three phases which will be connected one after the another. Na? Means in this case it is a open delta, means there is a absence of the third winding. There is absence of third winding, that is called as open delta configuration. So here in this case we are using the two auto transformers, two single phase auto transformers, and that auto transformers are these auto transformers are connected in open delta configuration. Okay, these are connected in open delta configuration like this. Okay, means here how, see how here this connected. See here how these are connected. Here see, this is our first wattmeter, this is our second wattmeter. Okay, means for the VR measurement we are taking our normal wattmeters, but these are connected in a different way, so different way, so that they are measuring the value of, or they are giving us the value of our reactive power. Means here in this, so this is our current coil of wattmeter 1 that will be connected in series with this first line. Then this is the current coil of our wattmeter 2 which will be connected in series with this line 3. Then here the potential coils are connected as like this. Means here this is the pressure coil of our wattmeter 1, and see here one of the terminal will be here. In this case, see, suppose we consider this, then that will be connected to this end terminal, open terminal of our delta connected configurations. Okay, similarly here also the one terminal of our pressure coil connected to this terminal, and then the remaining here from this common point here, this is our common point now of these two windings. Then here this common point will be connected to the another third one remaining phase, that is a second number line. And here the another, here in this case the another connections, another second connection of our pressure coil of our wattmeter 1 will be connected to this tapping, okay, central tapping, which will be indicates 57.7%. And here this second wattmeter, another terminal will be also connected to the tapping of this auto transformer, second auto transformer. This is our first auto transformer, this is our second auto transformer, and it will be connected to this tapping, which will be gives us the value of 57.7% of the voltage. Here it is 100%, and here it is 115.4%. Okay, now here this phase this phase line 2 is connected to the common terminal of the two auto transformers in a common terminal of this two auto transformer, and the phase 1 and the 3 lines are connected to 100% tappings on the transformer. म्हणजे 1 and this 3 are connected to this here 100% tappings of this auto transformer. Okay, now here both this transformer will produces 115.4% of our line voltage across the total windings. Then the pressure coil of our wattmeter 1 is connected from this pressure coil is from this 57.7% tap on the transformer 1 to the 115 point, like this means here from here it is then like this here it will be connected to the 115.4% tap on this transformer 2. Okay, means from this here and then it will be connected like this here. Okay, म्हणजे इथं ऑब्झर्व कराल हे कनेक्शन्स हिअर हे फक्त प्रेशर कॉइलचे जे कनेक्शन्स आहेत की नाही ते तुम्ही ऑब्झर्व करा हिअर. See here, this will be connected, this pressure coil will be connected to this 57.7% and its another terminal will be connected to this 115.4. Means what? This pressure coil here, the pressure coil of our first wattmeter is connected from this 57.7% tap on this transformer to this 115.4% tap on this transformer 2, and therefore it will be produces a voltage equals to the line voltage, so that it will be connected the voltage equals to the line voltage. Okay, now here similarly here, see here in this case here this pressure coil of our wattmeter 2 will be connected to this 57.7% of our percentage on this auto transformer second, and then it will be connected to the 115.4 percentage of our auto transformer winding 1. Okay, so like this it will be connected, so that these pressure coils, why these are connected in this way, because now in this case these and here this, because here now this second terminal will be connected to a common terminal, so that here our coil here these pressure coils of our wattmeter 1 and wattmeter 2 are becomes able to measure the line voltages, but here in this case it's the only the difference is that here the phase will be shifted by 90 degrees. Okay, means in this case here the phase will be shifted by the 90 degrees, and that will be shown on this phasor diagram. Okay, so see here this is the phasor diagram. Okay, means here like this, in this way only it will be, if you trace here from this 257.2 115 point, and again it will becomes here. Similarly from this 57.7 1154 in this way, this triangle and this is triangle. Okay, so see here this is the 100% and here this is the 100%, means here the voltage will be measured between this line number 3 and 2, and here this line will be voltage will be measured between this line number 1 and 2, means V12 and V32. Okay, and this phase angle shifted by 90 degrees, so it is a minus 90 degree. Okay, and here both these coils are, this is the voltage equals to the line voltage, but here only it will be displaced by 90 degrees. Therefore our wattmeter readings, or the wattmeter reads the reactive power consumed by the load, and hence in this case the arithmetic sum of the two wattmeters, therefore here the arithmetic sum of our two wattmeters gives the total reactive power supplied to the load. Okay, so this is how the reactive power will be measured by using our single phase wattmeters. Okay, means here we have to change the arrangement, means additionally we have to Means in the laboratories, if the specially designed VAR meter is not available, then in that cases by using our single phase wattmeters and the two auto transformers, two single phase auto transformers, by connecting that in this fashion, we are able to measure the value of this reactive power. Okay, means now in this case, both of these wattmeters will be reads the reactive power. VI sin phi. Now, next similarly, this is the reactive power measurement in case of our single phase circuit. Okay. Now, if we have to measure this reactive power in case of a three phase circuit, okay, and then how to measure this? Okay. So this reactive power measured, in this case, see, this reactive power can be measured in the three phase circuit. Again, there is a one situation condition. What is that condition here? That in this case, our circuit must be balanced one. In this case, our circuit must be a balanced one. Then and then only we can use a single VAR meter for the measurement of this reactive power. So, in case of balanced three-phase circuit, it is simple to use a single wattmeter. Okay, in this case means here also if the load is a balance, then in that case again here the by using same our wattmeter, single phase wattmeter, the three phase reactive power can be measured. Only its connections will be changes. So see here how it will be connected. Means here in this case see its current coil will be connected in series with any one of the line. Okay, see here how it will be connected. In this case the current coil is connected in series with any one of the line, and here see if you observe here this pressure coil is connected across the other two remaining lines. Pressure coil is connected across the two remaining lines. Means here in this case the current coil is connected in series with the second line. Means our first line and the third line will be remaining, so that in this case our pressure coil is connected across this line number 1 and line number 3. Okay, and therefore again in this case if we will draw the phasor diagram. Okay, again here if we will draw the phasor diagram, means here it is V1, V2, V3, then current I1, I2, I3 laggings by an angle of phi. Then here the voltage is here, it will be how much measured across this pressure coil is V13. The voltage across this pressure coil, because the pressure coil is connected across these two lines 1 and 3. So the voltage across this pressure coil is how much? It is V13. So see here V1, then V3 will be obtained by reversing this V3 factor, then taking the summation of phasor addition of this V1 and V3, so that this is V13. Again here we know that we will observe that here it is similarly. The I1 current I1 will be lags this V1 by an angle of phi. But here in this case, this V13 will be leads this I1. V13 will be leading this angle I1 by an angle of a 30 degree. Okay. So similarly in this case also we can write down this equation. See, the current to this current coil is I2. Then voltage across the pressure coil is V13. Therefore the reading of the wattmeter is V13 I2 cos of 90 plus phi. V I2 cos of 90 plus 5. So it will be equals to root 3. Okay. Sorry, see here in this case this angle between V13 and I1 is 30 degree. But see, here this current coil will be connected in series with the second line. So that we will require the phase angle difference between this V13 and I2. So the phase angle difference between this V13 and I2 is how much? It is this 90 plus this phi. So 90 plus phi means here the reading of the wattmeter is V13 I2 cos of 90 plus phi. So it is equals to Zoot 3 times, as we will know its value, so it is a Zoot 3 Vi. No, so Zoot 3 VIL is equals to IPH, so Zoot 3 VI cos of 90 plus 5. And it is equals to what? It is equals to root 3 Vi sin phi. Therefore, the total reactive volt ampere of the circuit is equals to 3 Vi sin phi. It is equals to minus root 3 into reading of wattmeter. Okay. And here in this case, the phase angle is phi is tan inverse of Q upon P. Okay. So this is all about the reactive power measurement. Okay, means by using our same electrodynamometer type of a wattmeter, this reactive power measurement is becomes possible by somewhat changing its circuit configurations. Okay, so yes, have you understand this? Yes, you got it. How to measure this reactive power? Hmm? You got it, how to measure this reactive power. Okay, and hence here in this case the measurement of power, it may be, though it may be active power or it may be reactive power, so that part will be completed. Okay, so we have completed the power measurement, and let us today we will stop here because I have some work related to the admission process. So we will continue on tomorrow, and in that case only one topic will be remaining, that is the measurement of energy. Okay, so that how measurement of energy, that topic will be remaining. We will continue on tomorrow's lecture, and hence on tomorrow we will complete that topic of measurement of energy, and therefore we will conduct our midterm examination on Wednesday. Okay, so shall
Okay,
I
ma'am.
end the meeting? Do you have any difficulty or doubts in this regard of measurement of power? Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
एक मिनिट. हा बोल दे.
मॅम बीए स्टुडंटनी पण एक्झाम द्यायची आहे का?
हो हो, सिलेबस घेतलाय ना तुमचं मी, करून मग घ्यायची.